Warning, this video contains me failing at a ridiculous challenge which may be offensive to certain members of the audience. Viewer discretion is advised. What's going on, guys? My name's Simon and welcome back to another episode of Will It Rally. In this episode, I'll be taking this Porsche Cayenne Turbo S around a rally stage. Yes, it's an SUV, but it is also a Porsche, which means it has 400 horsepower, I believe, and something like 385 newton meters of torque. Anyway, it's a pretty powerful SUV, weighs just over 2 tons, so about as heavy as the Transit van. Let's get straight into it. So you might be thinking by the title that it's a bit of an obvious answer to the question of will an SUV rally? But as I said, this Porsche SUV has 400 horsepower and 380 something newton meters of torque. And I have given this a practice run, and it is a bit of a handful despite the fact that it has traction control and ABS. So yeah, I think I'll let just the driving do the talking, the normally atrocious driving do the talking. And let's get straight into it. So rev up, and we'll set off in 3, 2, 1, go. And we're off. Coming through turn 1, pretty hard not to hit that barrier. Please turn my volume down on my speakers. Oh dear. That's gone horribly wrong already. I have to say, not having the essential board on it and just having the gears and the pedal graphic, it does make it a bit harder to see when you need to shift up. I can judge the shifting based off the engine note, but it is quite handy also to have a visual cue in front of you. Unfortunately, I don't. I only have it to the left of me there and on the dash. Oh dear, oh no, that was horrible. Absolutely horrid. Along the straight now, you need to brake really early, like there. That sort of early, just to get it turned in. It brakes fairly well, this car, on tarmac, but not on dirt. On dirt, it has brakes similar to... Oh my gosh, that's a horrible accident. It has brakes similar to that of the Ford Transit van. We broken anything? No, we haven't. Several times I've managed to break the suspension along here, and I've out-braked myself again. Oh, yeah, that's in the fence, as always. Get it going again. Oh. Hit a thing. These are some lovely leather seats, by the way. Oh, dear. Look where you're going, Simon. Don't worry about the seats, honestly. You'd swear, oh dear, that's a big crash. That's a rather large accident. And, oh, we've broken the suspension. Right, take number 2 in the Porsche Cayenne Turbo. And we're away. Turn 1 is in first gear, because otherwise you'll just smash into that WRC sign over on the left. Don't know why WRC doesn't use some Porsche Cayennes. It's a bit of a miss, in my opinion. Oh no, it's not, because that's just gonna happen. I'm struggling to get my words out. It's so disastrously wrong. Don't know what anyone's supposed to try and decipher out of that sentence, but it is a sentence and I did say it, so feel free to quote me. Oh dear. Simon let him be the rally master, correct it. Oh, and I bottled it. I have in fact bottled it. No, I haven't. I've got it back together. I'm in third gear and I bogged down massively, but I have got it together. And I got it through that turn as well. That's one of my favourite turns on the course, purely because it's very much a let the car roll through there. I've gone off massively, and in reality, if these trees weren't go throughable, we probably would have only made it about 5 yards. And I've outbraked myself there again massively, in the fence straight away. Put it down into first, try and get it spun round slightly. Going over the jumpy road. I wish something like this did feature in WRC. I might watch it then. As it is, I don't watch it at all. But I do admire rally drivers for the stuff that they do, because if they can do this in any type of car, then I have respect. And I've absolutely bottled it into the wall once again. That's going to be putting it in reverse, and that's going to be a WRC sign that has just been absolutely ruined by a Porsche. Coming along this stretch of course now, you need to watch out for the ditch there on the right. That'll suck you in and spit you out like chewing gum. Don't run over the camera crew or marshals or whatever they are. I don't know, but they're probably more important than me. Oh, don't jump that sign, Simon. I haven't jumped the sign. I've kept it in a straight line by use of the fence. Past the transit van that we are all friends with at this point. Oh, and that's going to be in the fence again. Put it down into first gear, Simon. Get it going. There's a lot of wheel spin despite the fact that there's traction control. You need to hit your apexes in this car because it just understeers if you don't. Particularly when you have fences left, right and centre. Oh dear, that's a bit airy. That's... Please don't hit this fence. Into first gear. Yes, that's moderately successful. Somewhat, sort of. Oh gosh, this section was flat if you had the right line. But unfortunately, I didn't. There's the annoying branch. I've jumped and I've cut across this, and that was a very, very bad idea. And I'm going to hit the fence. No, I haven't, somehow. And now we have the very long straight that somehow manages to spin me off and crash me most of the time, despite the fact that it's... Oh, my point exactly! Despite the fact that it's a straight. Don't tell me I've ruined the suspension again. Oh, I've ruined the suspension again. How have I done that? Oh, no. How's that happened? Oh. Well, that's an issue, isn't it? Huh. Yeah, that's going to be a restart. We will soldier on and keep going. Oh, that's a bit of a jump, that's a bit of a roll, and that's a bit of a tumble, and we're backwards. Well, that's... yeah, we've spun round. Oh, and I've broken something, definitely. Yeah, broken that suspension. Okay, yeah, that's... This is going to be take 4 now, isn't it? This is going to be an extremely long video, folks. I do apologise. It really isn't my fault. Right, we're just going to go with the rolling start here. I know it's technically cheating, but who cares, am I right? I'm probably not. Very rarely am I actually right when it comes to sim racing. And I say sim racing, I'm taking a Porsche around a rally stage. This is not simulation in the slightest. We're going to cut that again, and we're going to go straight into something, an invisible wall it seems like. We're going to go over a jump, hit another invisible wall, and nearly hit a post. I think the key to going quickly in this car is going slowly. Sounds like a contradiction, but it is true. Oh dear. Oh, that was absolutely amazing. Turns out, oversteer on the way in is the way to go in this car. Oh, hit the sign, but that's fine. They're indestructible, no damage done. Apart from maybe a dented door. That's why we continue on the marsh. Brake at the fire truck. How is this thing not stopping? Yeah, my point exactly. Oh dear. It does get a bit tail happy when you max out the revs. Traction control is going mad. Going over the 2-bump bump. Oh, yeah, that's a small problem. if you have enough speed going over that final crest, it can be quite entertaining. We're going to hit this. Yeah, that's probably a lot of G-forces through the driver. Now coming up to the ditchy bit. I'm not sure if that's actually a word, but whatever. We're going to call it the ditchy bit from now on. Nearly hit the marshals, but didn't. This bit, for some reason I've been getting confused thinking that it's a right-hander when it's a left-hander. Through that bit. Don't hit the fence. Haven't hit the fence, haven't hit the signs. We are good, we are dandy, we are rolling home. Right. Past the transit van. Braking in a straight-ish line. Hit the fence, that's fine. It sends us in the right direction. Hit the apex of this corner. I sort of have. I've hit the fence, but that's only some minor deflection, is what I'd call it. Through the second, I think it's second Red Bull sign. Coming up to here, we're just going to ride the fence all the way through like that. That is actually one of the fastest ways to take the corner, in my opinion. I only came up with that idea on the spot, but still, it is absolute genius. And are we going to actually make this complex? I think we are. If we get it turned. No, there's not enough turning angle. Too much understeer in this car. Now we need to be very, very careful going along this bit. Just so we don't completely ruin everything. All of our hopes and dreams will be gone down the drain for the 4th time this episode. I do apologise about that, but there's very little I can do to help my lack of driving ability. I mean, picking slow cars with traction control and ABS is more or less as easy as it gets for me. And even then I managed to completely ruin the suspension despite the fact the damage is turned off. Ooh, yeah, this is just a game of ping pong. Right, take it very slowly through this corner. Still hit the fence because understeer. Gone through that fence, gone back through it. And now we should be on our merry way to the finish line. Only a few more straights. Bit of oversteer there, so we're just backed off. Bit of oversteer there as well. And have I ruined the suspension? I've ruined the suspension again. Completely ruined the suspension. Yeah, that's a problem once again. Right, on this lap, I'm going to just do the first part of the stage as a time lapse probably, and then I will get back where we crashed out last time, just so the video isn't quite as long. That's a bit of an issue, but I'll see you at the end of the time lapse. If I choose to do a time lapse, I've crashed again, would you believe it? Anyway, I might not do a time lapse, I might just cut it out. Depends. Anyway, see you at the end of whatever I choose to do. Right guys, I've just had the suspension fail on me again, and I can't really be bothered to do another run, so this video is probably just going to be titled as Fails. If it even makes the cut, I'll do another video where I rally this, but until then, if you enjoyed the video somehow, please leave a like, and feel free to subscribe. Link to the Will It Rally playlist is down in the description below, as well as my Instagram. Please feel free to follow me on there. But until then, my name's been Simon, and I'll see you next time.